Welcome to episode 293 of the Overlook Hour. I am your host, Clark Little. Along with me, as always, is the man sitting across the table from me. He is still wearing a Halloween shirt. It is not Halloween, but his name is Russell John Fisher.
Hello, would you care to know the backstory on my Halloween shirt?
No. Also joining us from Atlanta, Georgia, is engineer Randy Michael Stat.
That's me. Yeah, Russ, you got to get with the program. It is now Noir-vember. It's no longer spooky season.
Also joining us as engineer, assistant, production assistant, Oksana Valerianova Osachi.
Hi.
God, both of you come in here with zeros.
What do you mean?
You want to hear about my shirt?
I have a detailed backstory.
And then Randy, whatever bullshit he just said.
Dude, we're about to carve pumpkins tonight.
By the way, can we talk about the pumpkin carving?
What about it?
Those pumpkins lasted 30 minutes outside.
Well, our weather's been manic.
Every
Oh,
candle
man.
we put in, we had to replace them like 10 times throughout the night because they just,
I think those things started to mold as you were carving them.
A couple of them look like it.
It was wild.
Those candles, though, were the problem. They were terrible.
What, little tea lights?
Yeah, last night we were out front and I lit the expensive Hurricane from the place I work. Hurricane is
Katrina.
It's an outdoor candle holder. That thing cost $500. It's cracked, so I just took it home. And I forgot I lit the candle. Dude, went out this morning. It was still lit.
but those tea lights were from the Dollar Tree.
Exactly.
And that bag was a dud because usually those candles are great.
No, they lasted a minute.
Yeah, they're tea lights.
About the time you could take a photo. Yeah, but
Then-
I've had tea lights that run for a minute.
Well, you put them in your saltwater pool.
No, dude, tea light candles are okay. Those ones were garbage.
They're cute. Randy, thoughts on tea lights?
I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know about tea light candles, dude?
I have maybe seen one before, but I don't know it by name.
Little candles you put in your oil diffuser or
Okay.
They're little baby tiny candles.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, have you ever seen a small candle?
Yeah, I have one right here, actually. Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Is this one?
No.
That's not a tea light.
Oh, it's pretty small.
No, I'm Randy, I'm talking palm of your hand.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, you know what we got to do? We got to start doing like Clark, the King of the Candle TikTok videos where you review candles.
Clark, the king of the candle.
We love a good alliteration. So
What am I, King Diamond?
kinda, you could wear makeup. Have a human skull with you. Dude, you could light the candle on the skull.
And I just review candles?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's fucking your regular life anyway.
That's fair.
Dude, you have so many. How much money do you spend on candles? I know we've been here before on the show, but
my recent lifestyle change of being a traveling man has impeded on my candle buying ability.
When there's a gap in the market, you got to jump in there.
I have also thought about buying travel candles.
Thank you. Are those a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody beat you to it?
I mean, I was never going to get it.
I was going to give you some
my
capital.
work ethic.
Your startup big company,
Sure.
Travel Candles.
Travelcandles.com.
Have an attachment, put on your phone, so you can just look at your phone on
I
your
love
candle.
candles. What was the last thing we did before I sat down?
You lit a candle, I know.
Well, because I need to pray for everyone here.
And they're not cheap. I don't know what kind of crap Randy was holding
Oh,
up.
these
but they
are
look
cheap.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. It's like a $3 candle.
What?
Look at it.
I can't tell. They all look the same to me.
No.
It's not very fragrant.
Oh.
Is that why?
And bird time.
Okay, here's a timely reference. Do you remember that episode of The Office? Did you ever watch The Office?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember when Michael was dating the best villain of the show? I can't remember her name.
Jan.
Yeah, and she was making her own candles.
Yes.
Have you ever thought about that?
No. The wax and stuff, I don't know. That just seems icky and gross. But I have thought about...
You mean the whole candle?
Yeah. It's just like, not for me. It seems like too much of a kerfuffle.
Well, they do have like evaporating
I
candles.
have thought about pottery.
That's too much work. You would never do it.
No, but it seems like a more
Adult?
intimate,
Okay.
artistic pursuit
So you've seen
rather
Ghost.
than candles.
You think a phantom is going to come up and...
No, but like, make something. If I was going to pursue some sort of art where I need to involve my hands,
Okay.
it would be pottery over like woodworking or something like that.
What's up with the easel and all the paint that we
I
have?
painted for about 6 months.
I know we have 4 of the paintings on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's
And
a
you
good
gave,
painting.
dude, imagine you'd be like Randy when he did bread during the quarantine.
Randy did bread once. I
I
made
know.
like 10 paintings.
You made like 4.
I made a couple loaves.
You
I did
haven't
pizza
seen
a
all
few
of them.
times too, but then I gave up.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm referring to is the amount of equipment you bought. Didn't you have to buy?
Accoutrement, yeah.
Oh my
You need the proper accoutrement for sure.
Accoutrement is the word of what did you say? Noir-vember?
Noir-vember, yeah.
That's it. Oh my god.
No, it's No Nut November, dude.
I lost that a while ago.
Yeah, but same.
Wait, what? Is that good or bad? I feel like that doesn't fit in with the
I don't know.
self-deprecating
Depends.
tone of.
Randy and I are jerky boys, dude.
Oh, okay. So you do partake in an art form that uses your hands. The art of self-massage.
Yeah, that is. I have a lot of experience.
Just include some finger painting. You call it like body art.
I don't know. See, that's the other thing with painting is that because I'm colorblind, like my brain just kind of shuts down,
No.
like, and I just go with it. So that's why,
No.
honestly, look at my art. It's crayon. That was the fucking medium I chose.
And
I don't know. I liked it.
okay, well, I mean, you always bring that up.
It
like-
was dumb. I do weird cartoon characters, but I like it.
and you use it as like a weird reason not to do art. You're like, I'm colorblind. It's weird. But what about reffing?
That's just my brain. That's just how my brain
Yeah,
works.
It'll be good.
I just shut down.
That's true. That's why.
If I don't understand something, I just shut it down.
And this is why I'm trying to get you away from pottery. You know candles. You live candles.
Yeah, but it just seems gross
It's
to
very.
deal with that.
Get in touch with your feminine
If I
side,
got
dude.
into, I am very feminine. Look at my breasts.
Your hands are hairy like Randy's leg.
My
though.
hands are not hairy.
You got a little. You got like Bigfoot hands.
You almost have alopecia.
What was that? Oh, maybe. Yeah. But
Like
that's a good thing. People want that.
you have like no body hair.
I know. It's actually an evolution. I'm a half step away from being perfect for TikTok.
What's your pubis situation?
I don't know. It's hairy. I mean, I'm
You
hairy.
don't trim it down there.
Even my armpit hair like isn't like great. Here, you see it?
Oh, you barely have arm hair.
I know.
You don't trim your pubis,
Oh, I do. There's enough to trim.
Randy. You trimming your pubes?
Yeah, occasionally.
You a turtle shell down there?
I don't know what that means.
What is a turtle shell?
A protection layer for
It's
the body of the
fucking
turtle.
smooth, Randy.
Wait, what? That's what a turtle shell is?
Yeah.
I was thinking turtleneck.
Man,
I was thinking Steve Jobs down there.
if anyone listening wants to participate in a podcast,
You say
please email me.
You say turtle shell, and I think Cannibal Holocaust. That's right where I go.
Who needs help now?
We should get into candles together.
You know, there is a horror themed candle company.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is that my gut reaction?
I know.
I like horror.
You're jaded.
No, but it's just like I
'Cause
imagine.
it's your territory.
No.
And somebody's coming in on your block. And
That's not true.
and your little. Yeah, that's exactly true.
I did not corner the candle market when it comes to like. No, you know what it is. Our former third chair, he when we were doing Overlook stuff, he used to make a bunch of like random things to like give away for like $1. Do you remember he made candles? And they were
No.
they were parodies of the Jesus candle.
Okay. He didn't make them. He bought them and put some stickers on them.
And that's immediately what I think of when you say there are horror candles. I actually
No.
Horror decor, isn't that like a website?
Yeah, they have candles. I think we actually bought one that looked like it was a bunch of bloody nails in a jar.
That's right.
And there's
Is there-
also Sick Wicks, who's a huge fan of Terrifier.
Okay, I regret
Sick
this.
Wicks! Dude,
The
that's,
famous Limp Bizkit song.
I like Sick Wicks.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. I don't.
Does Sick Wicks make a hot dog flavored water candle?
Dude, let's get a candle sponsor. Let's put all while you're gone.
Why, dude? We should totally make Limp Biscuit candles.
That smell like hot dog
Hot
water.
dog- They do well in Louisiana.
I don't. Man, okay. What time do you got to leave today? I'm having fun, and I don't want to cut this early, but I know we got to.
Around 12. I mean, I need to leave airport around 1, but I'm not finished packing.
Okay, around 12. Then we got an hour. How do you want to tease our format, our holiday format?
Oh, yes. We have an announcement. I'm quitting the show.
For pottery.
For pottery, yes. Well, for the month of November, I've got a very strange and strenuous travel schedule.
You mean Noir-vember?
Yes, for Noir No Nut Vember. I am going to be all over the place, Arizona, Mississippi. So it just, and when I'm at home, this is going to sound like a stereotype, but it is very true. My mother has the worst internet in the history of the world. And it's just not feasible for me to try to track all that down. It's just not worth the trouble because we don't charge you anything for this show.
Well, we
Also,
could do it.
There's no conceivable reason outside of us just needing something to do to distract us from the pains of the universe. There's no reason for us to do 2 shows a week. But we do it. We will continue to do it, and we love it. Having said that, for the remainder of this month, expect 1 show a week from us. If something falls on our lap, Russell's term, we will put another episode out. But we are planning on releasing the show once a week on Tuesdays for the remainder of this month. And we will bring in guest hosts. We are working on accruing that list, and by the time that this episode comes out, those people may not know that they have been
they'll know
that they're on our list. Okay, so we're working on that. But we will have some guest hosts come in and carry the load, and also make every single one of you realize that Daddy makes the car go. So I am preparing for an all-time low in listenership. Please do not listen to these shows that are coming out.
All right. Now,
if these are the best numbers we've ever had, you are killing me. You will find me dead in a hotel room in Phoenix, Arizona.
You wouldn't know. You haven't looked at the numbers ever.
There's things you don't know, dude.
I know that. Also, a little behind the curtain, a little you and me guest. Clark had a mental breakdown. He broke up with his therapist, and they're putting him in a house for 2 weeks. So we're gonna try and get him out. We have to raise money. It's a big thing, but
I just did not want to talk to her last week.
Have you been keeping Randy up with that? Your mental health?
No, it's my mental health.
Yeah, but I feel like Randy, he's probably got life hacks that could help you out.
I don't know if I have any good advice. I probably have just as many issues. We have been talking about cooking a lot though.
That's right. Randy's on the fried rice train.
Are you kidding me? Isn't that cultural appropriation?
It probably is. But growing up, I always used to eat, like when I was very young, I always used to eat rice and beans for breakfast, or I would just eat leftover dinner for breakfast. Then I started to feel shame for eating weird, quote unquote, weird food for breakfast. And now I'm just like, you know what? Rice and eggs is cool for breakfast.
Stop saying for breakfast.
Randy, if anybody took a look at you and just your general demeanor, they would not be surprised you only eat rice and beans for breakfast. It's makes
a good
sense.
Meal.
You be you. Now, you didn't have any huevos in that?
Not back in the day, no.
Okay. That's fine. Well, see, that's the thing. People don't understand that, like, the reason why breakfast food is breakfast food because of marketing.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You fucking dummies. It's not just something of like, they were like, how do we sell more eggs? Well, how about let's take an entire meal of the day and say, you have eggs this time.
I believe the dude that wrote the book on propaganda, like literally, was marketing ham. So, it was bacon. He saved that industry with the breakfast thing.
The fact that we don't have breakfast all day,
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
And I'll tell you, breakfast is my favorite meal, and I haven't eaten it for a year now.
It's great.
Because I can only do one half of my intermediate fasting, and that's the morning. And again, I feel weird cultural pressure, like stigma, where it's like, I don't eat my favorite food because I don't eat breakfast.
So yesterday I woke up at 5 o'clock just because now Arizona is on mountain time zone because they do not adhere to daylight savings time. So they have
all the fucking sheeple out there.
Yeah, no. I say that ironically. I let them live their lives and I live mine. So the time is different, and I woke up at 5, and I went to the Millbrae Pancake House yesterday at 7 in the morning.
Was it packed?
It started to.
Yeah.
It started to pack. Yeah, that place is always busy.
Yep.
I've got issues with their omelets. However, horrible hash browns. Terrible potato situation there. But the Swedish pancakes is the best in the game. It's
Yeah.
the best Swedish pancakes ever.
Well, it's not the hash brown
I
house.
love them. Well, the hash browns are terrible. I don't understand what is the thought process there. Single-handedly, like horrible experience. Wonderful pancakes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. Just want to say that. And I
Cool.
wish I would have them right now.
Oksana made frozen hash browns in the air fryer. They're
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, no, frozen hash browns are the way to go.
Yeah. Or do they count? I feel like they're not a real hash brown though.
What does that mean? No,
They're like a weird little patty. Like, sometimes you get hash browns. They're
I love a
kinda
hash brown patty.
like, okay.
No, the thing is that you want crispiness on the outside, you want it soft on the inside.
Yeah. Air fryer.
There you go.
Beautiful. Okay. Before we start this thing officially, I finally made a section on this spreadsheet to remind me to promote things like F5 submissions are still open. I have done such a horrible job of keeping that out there, but if you've got a weird found footage movie, if you're drunk and filming yourself and get attacked in a bathroom stall, send it over. Just tell us it's fake. It'll count. Also, we do have dates for UF. We haven't plotted out the whole thing, but at the end of March, the 26th and 27th, we'll be in the Balboa. Tickets aren't on sale or anything, but if you want to start planning your vacay out here to beautiful San Francisco, it's the end of March. Also, I know I threatened y'all. I threatened to take away what we had just giveth for the first time, which is beautiful Halloween Overlook merch for the first and possibly last time ever, just given our weird promotional work ethic. It's still up. It's designed by Robbie. Beautiful. There's some cat designs in there. I've seen people get them because people have ordered them. They look fucking cool. Have we actually ordered anything yet?
Yep.
God, we're fucking terrible at that.
I haven't ordered anything.
Also, after Nigel Bach came on the show and plugged his box set, it sold out. So, fuck. Because I really wanted one.
Because of us,
I'm going to
you're
say that.
welcome.
Also, after a little bit of poking and prodding, he did follow me on Instagram. Thank you for all the support out there. People who pointed out he did not follow me on Instagram.
Where's my follow, you fuck?
Here's the thing. You got to interact. I
I'm
finally got poked by a couple of people who said, hey, he didn't follow you, so I didn't follow him. And I'm like, weird. I mean, I appreciate it. So I DM'd him. I said, what's going on, man? And he said, fine.
He's
So-
more of a Twitter guy.
Yeah, I know.
Is he?
Yeah.
But, small
mean,
victory for us.
I don't think I follow him on Twitter.
And I don't know. Do we have any up top news? You got anything else, Oksana, that I'm forgetting to plug?
No, I think that's it.
Again, we're on YouTube. Those videos are coming up regularly. While Clark's gone, I haven't told him, but I think we're going to redesign this room and get the video going.
You've been saying that for 6 months.
I know.
Yeah.
This time I mean it a little bit more. So if you come back, don't have a heart attack.
Just understand that I do work out of this room occasionally.
You do workouts. So we'll put up a pull-up
That's
bar
right.
for you. And I think that's it. So
I do my tantric yoga in here.
unless you guys got anything, I'm going to bring in our guest.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Fresh out of LA. Come on in.
Good morning. It's November 14, 2021, and it's a Sunday. Day 2 of weekend projects. Today, I'm going to be working with wire,
Oh, no.
epoxy, clay,
Pottery.
mold making rubber, and along with this, coffee
Oh.
Hell yeah.
and hopefully soon a chocolate chip cookie. Everyone,
Okay.
have a great day.
David, what the hell? Okay.
So he makes chocolate chip cookies with
Epoxy and a wire.
polybutane, whatever the fuck.
I imagine that his keeper, his handler, or his nurse was going to come and possibly bring him a cookie on a tray.
Yeah.
I don't know if
All
he'll...
right, David.
Don't be gone. You got to get better, Clark. You got to get out of that place within 2 weeks because I don't know if David will be here by the time you come back.
I don't know.
I think
Not looking too good.
Dune, I think it really fucked with him. Anyway,
I still have 30 minutes left of Dune.
Oh, you were watching it.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 hours.
Is that what you're going to review today?
It means absolutely nothing to me.
You got to read the book, dude.
I don't have to do shit.
It's like the Bible and the Quran and like...
It's just, I mean, it's beautiful to look at. You know, good job. I do not care.
Did you
You're
watch...
not down with the Benny Gesserit, dude?
I don't know what just
What? Is that Noir Vember shit?
You're not down with the Hazax Quitterach?
Okay.
Oh boy.
What are you, bebopping
Randy-
and scatting,
I know,
dude? What the hell?
Randy shows up for the episode now.
I may have not pronounced that second one right.
Okay. Also, was that the police in your area?
Yeah, they're always here.
Ooh. Wrong side of the tracks. Randy, how big's that apartment complex?
Pretty big. I don't know. There's 2 buildings in the complex.
Are you making friends with neighbors? Do you know your neighbors?
You know, I've not seen a single neighbor.
What?
I leave my apartment building in the morning, never see anybody. I get home, never see anybody. And then I don't leave my house most of the time after that, and I don't see anybody.
Do you hear anybody?
No, it's surprisingly quiet besides the street
weird.
noise.
So when you finally do run into somebody, are you going to scream?
No.
Are you gonna?
I don't know,
invite them
maybe.
over? Are you gonna invite them over for a dinner breakfast of rice and beans?
I might have to.
Yeah. So what? Your washer and dryer's in unit?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. How far is your car?
Not too far.
Okay.
The garage is about, I can enter the garage. So I leave my building into like a hallway, and then the door that goes to the garage is like 30 feet away.
Okay.
So I don't have many
Very
chances
close.
to run into people, I guess.
Okay.
We started the show officially. Why are you grilling him about his apartment?
I'm just trying to understand his lifestyle.
Oh,
Our son is on the other side of the country, and I'm trying to protect him.
Christian and Colby got him. The cellar dwellers are looking out
His
for him.
foster parents can only do so much. He knows where he came from. All right, son. So tell us about what you've seen this week.
So I was in California for a brief period last week, and
You had a period.
stayed with
in
my
California?
parents. Yeah. Stayed with my parents, and my parents know that the only thing I really care to do is watch movies. So the day before I left, we went to the Regal Cinemas in Pleasanton and saw Spencer because my parents actually kind of wanted to see it too. So yeah, Spencer is the new film by Pablo Larraín, featuring Kristen Stewart about Princess Diana. This movie is about Princess Diana. It essentially takes place around like 1991. It's not like historically accurate from what I have read. Like some things like were kind of inspired by like her and like the royal family and stuff. The royal family I do not give a shit about. I don't really care about British royalty at all. But I'm really into the stuff that I've seen from Pablo Larraín. He did Jackie, which I loved, featuring Natalie Portman as Jackie
Gleason.
O.
Starring Natalie Portman. Why do you do that where you say featuring and you should say starring? It drives
I
me
don't know.
crazy.
Same word, pretty much.
No, it is not.
But yeah, his new movie, Spencer, with Kristen Stewart playing Princess Diana, I like it a lot. I haven't seen Jackie in a while. I don't know which one I like better. This Spencer has a score by Johnny Greenwood, which is fantastic.
Oh.
It gets very loud at times.
Ooh la la.
But yeah, so the movie takes place like around Christmas time, when Princess Diana's husband is like having an affair, and they're kind of deciding to, call off the relationship. But they kind of got to keep up appearances for like their children and stuff around the holidays. But yeah, the movie basically is just like kind of about Princess Diana's like headspace, about feeling like very trapped and like claustrophobic and very anxious. It's almost shot kind of like The Shining or like a Hitchcock, like during like the British period or something. Cinematography is amazing. The cinematographer also shot Portrait of a Lady on Fire. So it looks beautiful. I think it might have been shot on film. I didn't do that research, but it looks very filmic. Yeah, Kristen Stewart's great. It feels very much like a psychological movie at times, and kind of feels like a horror movie at times. Timothy Spall is in this movie. He plays kind of like a dude that is supposed to like look over Princess Diana, and his like long face and the way that they shoot him, he looks like he should be like Grady from The Shining or something. It's like it's shot really like creepy and weird. There's also some like pretty like some lighter moments, so it's not all like anxiety inducing claustrophobia. There's some really like sweet moments with Princess Diana and her children that I don't know, I really like too. But yeah, I would highly recommend it if you're I don't know, into kind of moody, melancholic kind of like drama slash not necessarily a horror movie, but feels kind of creepy.
Oh, we got Sean Harris in here too.
Yeah, Sean Harris is good too.
I love Timothy. Oh, this is good. Also, can I say, Kristen Stewart's never looked more attractive to me
Yeah, she looks great in that
than
movie.
she does here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely see like a lot of Kristen Stewart in it. Like I wouldn't say she like disappears like into the role. Like I don't, you know, I wasn't that old when like Princess Diana was around, so I don't really like remember a whole lot about Princess Diana. So I don't know like how much she looks like her, but you know, a little bit of Kristen Stewart like kind of escapes into it. And I think like they casted her like well,
Well, she
considering
does,
like what
she's a vampire for like one act.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. She has that like anxiety and that like angst that I think like really suited the role. So
All right.
yeah.
Two things come to mind. One, how much mouth breathing does she do in the movie?
I don't know. I don't think a ton.
Oh, she's really pulling out her acting chops for this one. Now, number two, you know, Kay Stu, she's weird. She's kind of like a lowbrow actress that will do like weird shit, like not good. Like
She's not a lowbrow actress.
I don't know. No, she's like an A. She's like an A minus, you know, star. She reminds me of Megan Fox. If they could take away how trashy Megan Fox was,
Sure.
like she, like here, Kay Stu looks like elegant and beautiful and like a
Casey
star.
has talent.
Yeah, but Megan Fox,
Fox.
she's also like not a terrible actress, and she's very pretty, but she always like it's like she's got the trailer park aura in everything she does.
Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, she looks like Kay Stu could have that kind of lowbrow kind of energy. Like I don't know, but it can turn it on and off. Like there's something weird there. I really
Did you
like
never
Kay
see
Stu.
Personal Shopper?
I own it. I never watched it.
Watch Personal Shopper. What are you doing?
Well, the thing is, our schedule's so tight.
Oh
Like
my
to just
God.
watch a movie that I'm not going to talk about. And I
You
ain't going to
talk
do
about
a
Personal Shopper. Why would you talk about Personal Shopper?
retread. I don't know.
It's a segment on the show.
I know.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's demeaning. And I, you know, every time we do a retread, a car dies, and I don't want to kill that car.
Well, those cars won't be around in 15 years thanks to Gavin
I
Newsom.
know, right?
So,
Well, do they ever shop at a Spencer's in this movie?
all right. Now, you know,
Yeah, she
You know-
buys some dildos or something.
God damn.
I know you said dildos,
I know.
but it sounded like you said dodos.
Dodo, that's what I heard too.
Okay,
It's because Randy's very innocent.
I know. You know who wrote this?
Stephen Knight.
Stephen Knight.
Yep.
You know Stephen Knight.
I know Tommy Day.
Click on Stephen Knight. So Stephen Knight is one of the more interesting screenwriters that we have. His work just covers an insane amount of territory, and so he wrote Serenity,
Serenity now.
that incredibly terrible movie from 2019.
I see Peaky Blinders up there.
He wrote Peaky Blinders. He also wrote
So is that about a voyeur? I don't know anything about Peaky Blinders.
No, Peaky Blinders is like Cillian Murphy plays a fucking little ragamuffin in the 30s as a gangster or some shit.
Does he ever peek through the blinders?
All right. I gave up on Peaky Blinders because it is a period piece and it opens up with a Nick Cave song.
Oh,
And I said, no, thank
Dude.
you.
Nick Cave. You know, he came up while we were playing Adventure of Conquer a King last night.
Oh,
Because these vampires all have weapons that have human right hands on them.
red right hand.
Yeah, red right hand. And I thought, oh, Nick Cave. And Dan's like, no, the Bible. Sorry, Dan's our dia. I just was like, oh,
Well,
Nick Cave was
A
writing
good
the
portion
Bible.
of Nick Cave songs come from the Bible.
Okay.
Do you know who one of the many producers on Spencer was?
Well, before we get to that, so Stephen Knight also created Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's what he'll be
And
known
then,
for.
scroll up. What else did he write? Eastern Promises he wrote. The Bobby Fischer movie no one saw. Yeah, just a. He also wrote Locke with Tom Hardy. Yeah,
What is the girl in the spider's web? Is that a girl with the dragon tattoo?
I think so.
Yeah, it is.
That shit is insufferable. Insufferable. I hate all of that bullshit.
He wrote Spencer. He also wrote Hot Topic, the biopic about the famous mall store.
You're on fire today. So who's the producer?
Director of Tony Erdmann.
Oh,
There's like 8 producers on the film, but she's one of them.
Now,
Dude,
weren't
you know
they supposed-
Clark's an Airdhead.
Indeed. Now you're back.
I'm back.
Weren't they supposed to do an American remake? Did that
I thought so, yeah.
did they
Hopefully it got canned.
Yeah. Oh, so it's going to can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Kristen Wiig and Jack Nicholson.
Fuck yeah. Well, you know, the big rage right now is fucking Paul Rudd and what's his name? The original shouty guy? Elf. The fuck's his name?
Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell.
They have a new show on Apple TV.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care.
I know.
I kind of like Paul Rudd.
Randy, anything else?
Not too much. I've just been watching some noir films on Criterion. They have a Fox Noir section. I watched Niagara this morning.
A Fox News Noir.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, I watched Niagara. It features Marilyn Monroe. It's actually a color, Technicolor noir. It's pretty good. And then I watched another one called
Technicolor
Hangover Square.
Noir.
Yeah,
What's that called? What's the name of the movie?
Niagara. Takes place around
Ooh.
Niagara Falls.
Ooh,
That's good.
I like it.
But yeah, that's it.
I like Technicolor because I'm colorblind.
Okay, thank you. I thought you were going to say because you like techno.
No.
I was going to wait.
All right.
I'm going to bomb confidently today. That's my new motto.
I did it for 5 years.
No, I'm going to do it for 5 and a half.
All right, stop. I saw 3 movies. I will talk about 1.5, kind of. Last week, I totally could have talked about this movie last week because I saw it before we talked about it, and then I totally forgot that I saw it. Anonymous Animals. This is a film that played. Randy, how did you see this? Because I think it played at one of the same film festivals that we were in. Was this at I don't remember. How did you see it?
I can't remember. Chattanooga, maybe something. I don't know.
I thought
Sundance.
maybe it was Chattanooga. It may have been something else, but it played at a film festival that I was a part of. At least had bought a pass to or
We're
whatever.
talking 2020, right?
This was last year.
Was it Night Stream?
It may have been. It was
Okay,
playing
yeah.
one. It was playing one of the festivals. Maybe even played a couple, but I remember it being in the festival circuit last year, and then it is out for rental and purchase now, at least digitally, for purchase. I'm not sure about the physical copy for all you fucking nerds who need this shit. But so I was like, oh, Anonymous Animals. Been meaning to see this. Also, I remember the runtime being 70 minutes.
Ooh.
And actually, no, that's incorrect. The runtime is 64 minutes. It
Love
is
it.
1 hour and 4 minutes long. This is the longest 1 hour and 4 minute movie in the history of cinema. There is absolutely, positively no words being spoken in this movie.
And
That's not where my problem
Okay.
lies. This movie is not for me. I did not get into this story for 1 second. As far as the big picture commentary, what they were doing, it comes across as derivative and tired. And that is essentially man is the most dangerous game. As men are being hunted by animals, but these animals are dressed like men, and it's just giant deers and giant dogs as humans with a dog head, and putting men in cages and then killing them and smoking cigarettes. And then the movie ends.
Wait, and you're not into it?
No.
Wait, I just realized I'm bad at my job. What movie are you talking about?
Anonymous Animals. It's the Randy Retreat. Now, Randy, you talked about this, but you set it up in a way to where you still, we could explore in the mystery and the aura, and you didn't really tell us so much as I did in 30 seconds, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I didn't just go through the plot from start to end.
There's no
and
plot.
Say everything.
There's no plot.
I know. No, I don't really remember a whole lot of it. I remember thinking like the first 10 minutes were cool, and then I think I got tired of it from there.
Yeah, I just look, this movie is not for me. It's listed as a fantasy thriller. Okay.
Did you ever watch The Tribe?
No.
We should do that.
The runtime.
Now, I'll tell you, it's not a silent film, but it is no dialogue, like, because, they can't speak. But it's also an hour 40, if I remember correctly.
No, I thought it was like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's long. But I really had nothing to compare Anonymous Animals to, and I was looking it up, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's like The Tribe. But I think you've effectively kept me away from it now.
Look, it's short. It looks interesting. Look, man, this is an indie movie, and it's not my place. That's why I'm saying this movie's not for me. I didn't care for it. But go and see these movies. I've got,
What country?
The director's name is Baptiste French.
Okay. It looked non-English.
Well, there's no language being spoken, so that's not the problem.
Yeah, but you know how foreign films...
I believe it is a French production.
How much do you think it cost to make that movie?
What's their currency in France? Francs?
Francos, dude.
What was at one point, I think.
Let's see.
You're right. The Tribe is over 2 hours long.
It's like 2:10.
Yeah. It's fucking good. Well, Randy, did we watch it with you in the theater?
Yeah, I think we saw it at Roxy.
Yep. Beautiful.
I also saw, now last week, if you remember, one Russell John, the Fisherman, talked about The Deep House, which is written and directed by the French duo Alexandre Bustillo and Julien Maury. You understand?
Yeah.
These very nice, very talented French gentlemen. I don't know if they're nice. They could be fucking assholes. But I like their movies. So I watched a movie that they did from 2017. Maybe their biggest American movie. What is this? Their only English language movie?
Well, The Deep House was...
Oh, The Deep
Sorry,
House.
your mic's off.
The Deep House. That's correct. Yeah, Deep House is English language. From 2017, Leatherface. Now, Leatherface, this had a weird distribution, right?
It was Louisiana Face.
Because it was like DirecTV. But did this have a theatrical release? It did?
Yep.
Okay. I have no recollection. I remember this coming out and just in one ear, out the other.
Yeah.
Made no impression on me whatsoever. I did not enjoy this.
Yeah.
There's some good things in here. Ultimately, the purpose and the story are not the strong suit for this. Does this need to be made? No. But honestly, that doesn't mean a whole lot to me because the movie should be its own merit. So who cares if it shouldn't exist? If it's fucking good, then it deserves to exist. And this is serviceable enough. I enjoyed some of the things in here, and also Steven Dorff, man, Steven Dorff is great, and he is just a lunatic asshole sheriff, and I love him. He's great. And this is essentially the origin of Leatherface, and we spend a lot of time in a mental hospital, and they escape said mental hospital, and these guys, their bread and butter is gore, and they're good. They're very talented.
Yep.
And that is the strong point of the movie. There's some gnarly stuff in here, and they don't cut corners when it matters coming to practical effects. And I really enjoyed that. And I enjoyed Leatherface. I think that this was not very well received. I don't think it did well at all. But there was some good stuff in here. I liked it.
Yeah. Also, Gunnar Hansen's last real movie appearance. I think he did 2 more after that were smaller production. But I think the horror community just didn't really dig it. They do that shit where it's like Jason X. Oh, I hate it. It's different. But you can never win with the franchise.
People
film.
love Jason X.
Nah, not at the time.
There's a core.
Now.
Yeah.
Well, Jason X was pre real internet culture, and that's where that movie belonged. Because it's doing a lot of interesting genre stuff, and it plays with IP, and I mean you got Cronenberg in it. It's just you need, avid Wikipedia people in that discourse for all the Easter eggs after a new Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I remember really liking it, and I love the rampage in the carnival that happens, and it's one of those things where for a slasher film, that's what people always say they want, and then they get it and they're like, ooh, it was dumb. And shut the fuck up.
There's some good stuff.
I think there should never be a reason not to make a franchise slasher film. Why not? You can do no wrong, and the weirder they are, the more they stand out.
The last film I saw was a film called Joyride. No, it is not from Joyride from 2001, before the towers fell. This is
So it
Joyride,
doesn't have a truck killer in
This
it.
is Joyride from 2021, 20 years after the towers fell, featuring and starring Randy.
Randy's in it?
Yeah, Randy's in
Yeah.
it. Bobcat Goldthwait and Dana Gould. They did a documentary about their comedy tour, the two of them through the American South. And during said tour, they got into a pretty bad car wreck where Bobcat Goldthwait had a pretty severe concussion. And they talk about that. And that's sort of how it opens up. And then the majority of the movie is just, them, retrospective about their lives and their comedy careers. And then a good portion of the movie is also performance of them on stage. And it's lovely. These are 2 of my favorite, comedians of all time. And I enjoyed every second of this. It's highly enjoyable.
And how do they hook up with Paul Walker?
What?
You've never seen the other Joyride, have you?
No.
Yeah, Paul Walker's in it.
Now I remember. Yeah. Did
And
not see
Lily
that.
Sobieski or whatever?
I know her.
And Steve Zahn?
No.
You don't know him?
No. Steve Zahn. Oh, Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Steve Zahn.
Written by J.J. Abrams?
I like Steve Zahn.
I feel like you're going to have to watch a Joyride now.
Saving Silverman.
It's about automobiles. One of your favorite things.
Okay. Well, I like now, Randy, you also saw Joyride, correct?
Yeah, agree with everything you said. It's delightful. I don't know too much about Dana Gould. I know I've heard him on podcasts and stuff here and there, but I don't know. It was fun.
I heard he's a Gould guy.
Dana Gould is my. I love Dana Gould, and
He loves you.
I may have stolen my personality off of Dana Gould to a certain extent. But they both have incredible stories and jokes. It's wonderful. Randy, the Bobcat joke about the airplane,
Yeah.
wonderful. And then Dana Gould's joke about Coco the gorilla, wonderful.
Oh, yeah, that was a good.
Wonderful. You see this today?
You're just talking about jokes without.
I'm just a secret handshake with Randy.
All right, cool.
Joyride, check it
It's
out.
good. It's short.
Yeah, it's an hour 10 or something. Yeah, it's perfect. Directed by Bobcat. Obviously, he's a filmmaker, but Bobcat talks a lot about his persona and how he just wanted to not be famous anymore.
Yeah, I get it.
and he's like, I hated that. And he said, because he set the Tonight Show on fire,
Mm-hmm.
and Leno sued him, and the whole thing, and
Seinfeld made fun of him.
oh, he goes deep into that.
All right.
They play the clip from the show.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and he goes after Seinfeld. It's good. Yeah, but he's like, I wanted to be behind the camera. I was tired of being in front of the camera, and I did not want to be famous anymore.
Now, I'd be a fool and I'd be amiss to not mention or ask, is there any mention of Willow Creek?
Not at all.
Motherfucker.
Not at all. No.
I mean, he does have a tattoo of the poster on him.
They do go to a video store in one of the cities that they're touring, and they do have a section in that video store that says Bobcat Goldthwait, directed by,
Yeah.
and they misspell his name. He's like, it's about right. So yeah, really, really enjoyed Joyride. All right, Russell, go.
What up? I watched a movie that, we planned it out. Clark, he's not here very often. So I canceled all the plans. Me and Oksana got a good dinner prepared, mood lighting. We kept up all the Halloween lights, and we prepared for an evening in with Clark. So we could watch a movie that was geared up for Clark, starring a actor I'm not very familiar with, but, a lot of the genre fans seem to like him. His name's Charlie Bronson, I think. Charles Bronson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen him around. And I was like, this is going to be great. Clark will share some knowledge with me, really hold my hand through this long, cultured film history career that Charles Bronson has. And we watched 10 to Midnight, which, if you remember, we covered Silent Rage, which was Chuck Norris versus Michael Myers.
Great.
And we loved it. And I mean, that one is really Chuck Norris versus Michael Myers. When we were talking to Robbie Smith a little bit ago, he mentioned that Bronson had a similar film, which is 10 to Midnight. The synopsis goes, an LAPD detective and his rookie partner on the trail of a psychopathic young man who is murdering young women. What not to like there? I believe you got a little bit into it. You made 20 minutes.
Look, I had just gotten back from my airplane flight. I was tired and also antsy at the same time. I was just not in the zone.
I get it. Also, it much like Silent Rage, it's an hour 40. So it's a little bit long. If you remember our coverage of Silent Rage, we talk about the middle being like a fucking slog. This one, not so much. This is a really weird film, though. Especially coming in thinking of it in the format of kind of like action horror film. I mean, clearly we're doing a psychopathic, like if you listen to Cinematic Oblivion in their coverage of the slasher, they talk a lot about the difference between a Silence of the Lambs and like Texas Chainsaw. And it's really perspective and how we treat our killer. In a psychopath movie, kind of like Maniac, we follow them around a lot and we know what they're doing and we see what they're up to. This is that kind of film. We spend a lot of time with the killer, who's a not as handsome. He looks like kind of like a low rent American Psycho. He's naked a lot in this movie, although we never see his junk. They do a little bit of clever coverage of his genitalia that led Oksana to believe they were doing a kind of like a sleepaway camp thing, or he was a eunuch.
I thought he was a eunuch, especially because he's like severely repressed sexually.
Eunuch as meaning no genitals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually, you create a eunuch so that they are passive. They're not very aggressive. They won't take your throne.
I'm fully aware my mother and father created a eunuch. Continue.
Oh, the brother we don't talk about?
Me.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Also, I believe they used to do it in the church, right? You create a eunuch so you could keep your prepubescent voice and be a very high singer. Anyway, he wasn't a eunuch, so we can get off that topic.
What do they call those? A castrata.
You made that
No,
up.
100%.
It's really called a castrata?
A castrata. Yeah, because you were castrated.
It's like a mean joke.
Was Sonata a castrata?
Sonata? Sinatra?
Sinatra. Oh, that doesn't.
Sonata castrata.
Hey, I'm bebopping and scatting like Randy over here.
I got no fucking balls away.
Welcome to Noirvember. Again, we're talking noir. This is a film about Charles Bronson, who is kind of a tenured police officer. He's been around and people respect him. Kind of a dick. Also, he does what it takes to get the job done. Now, I'm going to go a little bit lightweight spoilage here because the beginning of the movie, we have, actually, I want to mention, in the first act, there's a moment where our killer goes to the movie theater. And dude, it's a great movie theater horror movie scene. He scopes out the line. Remember when there were lines out the door at movie theaters? And he sees a couple of girls. And he goes up to the ticket taker. And he's like, what's that girl's name? She knows it. I don't know why. He follows them in and he starts aggressively hitting on this girl, like hardcore. Her friend's kind of into it. She's not. And you're like, what are we doing here?
Bronson is?
No, you actually saw this part of the movie. The American Psycho killer guy.
Oh, yeah.
So then he goes in the bathroom and he starts taking out gloves. But they're not like black glove killer. They're like white glove COVID style. Yeah. Then we're in one of these like retrofitted theaters, I guess, where they have, a window 5 feet above the toilet, which he climbs out of, gets to the roof, and we're like, what is going on here? Then we see him in the woods doing a slasher kind of, I'm showing up while people are fucking in the back of a car, and it's daytime. He's naked. He stabs the shit, stabs the shit out of the dude, chases the girl, murders her, comes back to the theater, and it's nighttime again. I was totally confused here.
He was naked when all that was happening, too.
Yeah, and he comes back, he gets rid of the gloves, he comes back in there, he starts bugging the girls again. So this shows up about midway through the movie when 10 to Midnight turns into a procedural. And it turns into navigating the law because they cannot get anything on this dude. He's Dexter before Dexter. He knows how to work a crime scene. Also, I should mention in the first act, there was a poster of our lead on the wall in a gi in a karate pose. They never talk about it in this movie.
It's so good.
It is so good.
I lost it.
It is fantastic. Anyway, back to the procedural. I'm going to go ahead and spoil this because I think it might get people to watch the movie. While we're doing this, there's a subplot where Bronson has a daughter. She shows up on screen and instantly is like, weird how nobody knows I exist, including my dad. This is the whole dynamic. Also, they're on it. They feel like they could be a couple in this movie. It's really weird. Anyway, he's got a hotshot, new partner who's by the book and good looking, and he starts flirting around with the daughter, yada, yada, yada.
But he's a bit of a silver spoon.
Exactly. And they're a little at conflict where Bronson's kind of bittered and he's ready to throw the book out the window and just do what's right. And what ends up happening is he gets fed up with this killer. And we get this weird scene where he goes to I believe it was a mortuary or somewhere. I don't know. It was the basement of a hospital or something where they're keeping the evidence. And there's a kid who seemed way too young, smoking weed with his feet up on the table down there. And he walks in, he's like, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. While that guy's doing something, he's getting him a file. He goes in and steals a blood sample from one of the victims, takes it out, puts it all over the clothes. This is my favorite part of the movie. There's an element here where Bronson starts stalking the killer. But it's like we're hitting all the slasher vibes. Like he feels kind of Michael Myers. Anyway, he breaks into his apartment, puts the blood on his clothing, and frames him. And it's working. The thing is, the defendant has a lawyer who's like, this is bullshit. You planted it. There's no way you planted it. And he kind of gets to his partner, and his partner starts looking into it, and he's like, did you plan it? And they have this intense LAPD or Law and Order moment in the courthouse where he's like, 20 years ago, I would have been like you. This job's changed me. Oh my God. You watch the movie to find out what happens. That whole plot could have been cut out of the film. It didn't need to be there, but I'm kind of glad it was there.
It needs to be there. It's a procedural.
It's still if you're coming in, you have to be aware of this because if you want some silent rage action, it's a lull in the middle again, but it comes back around. And the dude who's playing fucking young American Psycho, who is he? I don't know who he is.
Young American.
He was really good.
Young American.
I think it's gonna be a bummer because if you watch it alone, it won't be as fun. But now you I wanted to watch this with you because Wilford Brimley is not a name that comes to mind for me.
Yeah, it's for me, baby.
He plays Captain Malone. I'm sure there are other people in here who you would have pointed out and enjoyed.
Well, you know Wilford Brimley from Seinfeld.
Yeah, but I didn't make that connection until you
Mr.
just pointed it
Kramer.
out. Yeah, he's got a hell of a face. He's one of those dudes that you're like, this guy's been in a million movies I've seen.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He's got diabetes.
for my first introduction to Bronson, not a lot of fisticuffs in this movie. It's more like
This is an older Bronson, babe.
okay, yeah, I'm 83. That's older Bronson.
That's older
Is Bronson dead?
He's been dead. For
How'd he
quite some
die?
time. Skydiving, actually.
Randy, how'd he die?
Got hit by a train
Oh my god.
on accident.
If y'all are gonna fuck with me, at least make it good, please. Are you looking it up?
I don't know how he died.
You were the Bronson
What
historian.
am I, the Death Museum over here?
Dude, okay. Next week
Been
we're going
there.
to do a segment called The Bronze Age.
You know how he died? He was 80-1. That's how he died.
And that's right president age for our era
He was
right now.
81, dude.
Again, Bronson, I hardly knew you. I enjoyed you here, but
Yeah, he stopped acting in 99.
okay. I wonder if there's any weird like stories about late age Bronson.
The last thing he was in, he made a bunch of Death Wish movies, and then he got into this TV movie franchise called Family of Cops. So in 95, we've got Family of Cops. In 97, we've got Breach of Faith, A Family of Cops 2. Then in 99, Family of Cops 3, Under Suspicion.
Dude, that's tight. Again, if I'm thinking of like older actors,
Oh, dude. Look at this poster.
oh, that's good. Family of Cops 3. God, it almost looks like Police Academy or
Ugh,
something.
We gotta watch Family of Cops.
Yeah, I'll watch it if you're strapped to the chair and you can't leave.
Well, this is I'm antsy on travel days. What do you want out of me?
So it's got to be a Saturday when you're here.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
All right. Well, okay. If I know, then we can make it happen. Anyway, Chuck Norris, Bronson, of all the like barrel-chested genre tough guys, I think I'm still Wings my favorite. Mr. Hauser.
Oh, he's great. Wings Hauser's great.
yeah. Who's your favorite?
You need a little bit more time with Bronson.
Oh, well, I don't know Wings very well either.
Yeah.
Just to be fair, like,
well, I mean, look, Vice Squad is one of the greatest movies ever.
yeah,
made.
yeah,
It's the Neon Slime, Russell.
dude, I'd play that song all the fucking time in the car.
Are we gonna watch Electric Jesus?
Are you gonna? You can't just name drop that.
It is taken over my life.
Jesus found his way back in with a lame parody of a hair metal band with a lame character from The Office playing their manager.
With great songs.
Wait, that's like a trope? Whenever there's like a band movie, the manager is always a never was actor. Like never an A-lister. It's always somebody who might be a draw. I can't think of one example right now, but I feel like that's a true statement.
I don't know. What about Uncle Peckerhead, dude?
You know what I do think of is The Rocker. You remember that with fucking Moonface?
Sunk a studio.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Electric Jesus, is that what it's called? Electric Commando?
Electric Jesus. Commandos for Christ is one
Commandos
of their
for
songs. Also, you've got to listen to the song Barabbas.
Are you still not going to watch the movie?
Maybe not, but I'm listening to those songs on loop.
So, Randy, last night when we were waiting to throw on the film, Clark put on YouTube and we found this video. I guess he was on Amazon Prime digging around and he came across what is it, a comedy?
Yeah.
A comedy about some gospel kids that make a hair metal band.
Yeah, in the 80s.
And the music is legit. I give it a check. It passes that. Actually, I added some of it to my Spotify.
It's good.
And Clark was like, I refuse to watch this movie. But now you've been talking about it for a whole day. Are you going to watch it?
I don't know.
You think the movie might ruin it?
Dude,
Yeah.
watch it with your mom when you go home.
Randy, the trailer is rough.
Also, interesting choice here. The lead singer of the band in the movie is the actual lead singer on the album, on the recording.
But the rest of the kids are not in the band.
And he's got a great voice. Like, he could do it.
Yeah.
He looks not like an actor though. He's got a little butt chin, but he looks kind of like stubby and kind of.
He looks like a frontman for a Christian hair metal band.
I know, and it's a trip.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watch it with your mom or come back and we can watch it. This tease is for 4 weeks away.
That's right.
Yeah, we got a fan
That
outside.
was weird.
That did not pick up on the mic.
I
either.
know, but
Cut
there
the
was
thread.
as soon as Russell left, then we hear someone laughing out in the street because we live with a bunch of scumbags. All right, we did this in just over an hour. This was good work today, guys.
Again, I got the TBR report an hour before we started, so that cut some time out.
All right, well, that can be a tease that you can do with one of our several guest hosts, which will be coming. All right. Anything else? Any other announcements?
Jim coming? Was that the tease?
No, it was not.
Oh, I got excited.
Anything else?
I love everybody. Thank you for listening. Remember, we are terrible at promoting, so we can use all of your help. If you want to share it, if you want to harass a friend, play a mean joke on your mom, just, play the podcast. Let it run in the background.
Yep.
We're on YouTube. Play that. Help Terrell out. He's good at what he does. He gives away movies. Maybe he'll give you one.
Randy?
It's funny you said that because I was actually going to do a plug section to follow us on all the things. So yeah, also just like us on all the things and give us 5 stars on the whatever you listen to this on, and then since it's Noirvember, send us your favorite film noirs.
That's what you came up with. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
tune in next week for when I am hosting the show, and you get to hear more of this.
We did talk about that. You're still an option, Randy.
All right. If someone drops out, I'll do it.
I like how he's not the top of the list. Like,
hell no.
We actually, the first one we talked about.
We offered the job to Oksana, and she said no.
Randy would do it better.
She actually
I would reluctantly do it.
You would.
We'll see you next week.